Hello, 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 and welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, this is the post debate chat. I could be here chatting with myself. I could toss a few cards. Uh, did Biden win this debate hands down? No, he didn't. Um, I think that he wasn't feeling well. That was first and foremost. Um, and we all know if you've got a cold, yeah, the last thing that you want to do is stand up for any length of time. Um, you're it's hard to concentrate and so on. So, was this a slam dunk? No, no, it wasn't. Um, what it did, I think, even with even with the detractors, what it did point out is just all the lies that are being told by you know who. I just realized, let me put up my entertainment only. Um, here we go. Yeah, entertainment only. Scrolling across the bottom because, you just never know. Hello, Amanda Carroll. Hello, Plucky Heroine. Thanks for joining me. There's a few, excuse me, there's a few folks that are here that aren't really saying too much, but hey, glad you're here. Okay, here's everybody coming in. So hello, Peace Mama, McGrill. Hello, yes, McGrill. There really wasn't much monitoring. Teresa Levine, nice to see you here. Witchy Gardens, Jamie Sheridan, Ellen Garcia, Lisa DeHart. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and sharing part of your late evening with me. So, as I said, this was not a slam dunk for Biden. What it did do is it just pointed out that here we are, how many years after Donald Trump came down the escalator, and the lies just continue. Um, did he answer questions? Well, there were several that he had to be asked more than once. Like, are you willing to accept the results of the election? Oh, well, he went off on a tangent about what Biden hasn't done, and then when he was asked again, he went off on another tangent. And then when she asked him a third time, he paused and he said, well, only if it's fair and whatnot. You've already you've already projected that you think whatever happens isn't going to be fair, unless of course you win, in which case, yeah, it's very fair. But if you lose, so um yeah, I think that one of the things that really is going to be highlighted over the next couple days is as people uh, do a lot of the fact checking and so on. Um, yeah, there's going to be um, a lot that is going to come out that is just going to confirm that once again yeah, there was a convicted felon who was on that stage, and it wasn't Joe Biden. Um, and yes, Anna, it was not Biden's best. I'll give him that much. Um, I do think that um, there were some opportunities that Biden kind of let slip by. I get that. I get that. I don't want to talk about how old Biden is and whatnot, but it age does have a little to do with it when it comes to debating and thinking quickly on your feet. the thing is that when you're running a country, you're not making those snap decisions. And that's why you have people around you that you trust, and you know, take counsel with them, and you make fact-based decisions. So, to judge Biden by just this one performance is really kind of unfair. And we certainly have to give him kudos for doing this. Yeah. Uh, yes, Witchy Gardens. Yeah, Biden. You just can't let the Republicans take over in any way, shape, or form, because you won't have an opportunity to do it again. I felt in other excuse me, in other elections, that, well, things happen, blah blah blah. This is one of those ones that if it goes to the Republicans, you're not going to have a chance to vote again. You're not going to have any place to go where you can lodge a complaint. Those are just hard facts, because they've already told you what they're planning on doing. So, when people tell you who they are, believe them. So, and yeah, no, Laura, I don't, yeah, Trump will not be president. No, absolutely. And hello, McGrill. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a new member. Wonderful. And yeah, Biden absolutely will get back on the horse. I know myself. If I am, and believe me, I'm not 81 years old. If I have a cold, I really don't. I don't want to stand. I just want to lay down. Don't ask me questions. I just give me my blanket, give me whatever I need to feel better, and so on. And as more and more comes out, and hello, Camilla. Hello, LNH. Excuse me. Yes, Amanda Carroll. Early days. We don't really have to worry too much about that. And yeah, I listened in a little bit to Midas Touch, and yes, they are somber. The CNN after debate show that I saw, it honestly, it's like they're working for the other team, because they really, really, really went out of their way to crucify Biden. And yeah, they talked about Trump and his lies and whatnot, but it seemed like there was a lot more focus on Biden's inability to dance around, and that he didn't call Trump on a lot of things. Well, the man's going to lie, right? Even when he says something and it's a lie, calling him on it, all it's going to do is get him off on another tangent, and on and on and on. He's not going to answer the question. He's not going to sit back and go, "Oh yeah, you're absolutely right." So, yeah, it was a little frustrating, absolutely, and yeah, and yeah, Anna, yeah. All Trump does is lie. Absolutely. No, sorry. Yes, the child care question was a winner. Yeah. And I did. I must say that I did. Yeah, I like that. The Morals of an Alley Cat. Ooh, I I did like that. I thought that was very good. So, um, and I don't think, uh, yes, yes, Trump calling Biden childish. Oh my goodness. Irony. Anyway, oh, thanks, Rose Blue. Yeah, I know Sherry got on with, and they might still be doing their thing, but I know, yeah, with Helen of Irish Granny Tarot, I know that they were doing um, sort of a show after the Golden Girls, and I thought that I would come on, and then I was kind of going back and forth, and yeah, absolutely, yeah, and Linda H. Um, yeah, I'm really disappointed in CNN. I'm really disappointed in the moderators. Um, I think that they had some interesting questions, but they didn't pursue them. They didn't call Trump on his BS, and that should have been part of their job, is to call him on his BS. So yeah, it was a lot of the same old, whatever. Hey, Ginger Johnson. Hey, Rose Blue. Anya, yes. Um, Anya, you did. Maybe. And I mean, historically, the incumbent doesn't do so well in that first debate. Historically, that's what happens. So it is entirely possible that, Biden just let a lot of things go, knowing that over the next couple of days, it's going to be talked about, it's going to be brought up. Yeah, yeah. Um, Yes, and Trump was triggered when Biden said he was whiny. Yeah, I saw the look on his face. Absolutely. He didn't care for that one little bit. Uh, and yeah, Plucky Heroin, I believe that Trumpy's sentence on the Republican convention will happen before the next. Yes, absolutely. It will happen before the yeah, he'll be sentenced. That's coming up on the 11th. Um, it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens on the 11th and what his sentence is going to be. So as I was getting ready to kind of come on, I took out my tarot deck. Um, oh, thank you, Peace Mama. That's kind of you. Yeah. Hi, Mimi. Yes, the debate was disappointing, but you know, you can't expect Biden to be absolutely perfect. We want him to be. Um, we put a lot of faith and courage and positive energy into Biden, and we should absolutely. I think the big difference for me is that you know he Biden is ultimately going to be judged on the job that he did, not how he did in a particular debate, right? This is a single moment in time. So, let's talk about um, the all the things that Biden has accomplished, even though what he was handed over from the Trump administration was a mess, an absolute mess. And so, you know, did he whine and cry and, oh, this is what um, this is what I have been dealt with, and oh no, 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 who can handle this? No, he just got down to the job of fixing it, doing things that he knew needed to be done to get the country forward, right? So, yeah, as I was shuffling the cards, I had two of them that kind of fell out. The first one was the Page of Pentacles. Okay, and this is it's about good news. It's about manifesting. It's about new job, um, diligence, ambition, and so on. So I thought, well, that was very nice to see that. And the next one card that popped out was the Chariot. Okay, and excuse me, the Chariot is about yeah, adversity, conflict, and so on. I think my impression from those is that this is what this is telling me is that the debate was a moment in time, and ultimately Biden will not be judged by a moment in time. He's going to be judged on his presidency. So, Biden answered the question. Trump just kind of was all over the place, and yes, Biden is going to be a convicted felon, after he's out of power and all that. Yeah, so that's what happens after he's out of power, just like what happened to you, Mr. DJT. Biden's never been accused of a rape. And again, Trump is up there saying, I didn't have sex with a porn star. Really? Really? There is a jury out there, jury of your peers, who totally disagreed with that. So, how do you. Anyway, yeah. Yes, Laura, Trump does think that he can change reality just by saying, no, 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 I refuse to believe it. This is what I believe. This is what I'm going to go with, and whatever. It's really not going to change a lot, and especially, oh, Peace Mama, you say there was a threat by Felon 45. Oh, yes, sorry. You mean, yeah, that Biden's going to be convicted, yeah, after he leaves office. At that point, you know what? He'll be 85, 86 years old. Yeah, convict me, whatever. Yeah. And yes, Anya, I thought that maybe that was one of the things that I wanted to take a look at is the what the outcome might be for the July 11th sentencing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Ginger. Yes. Yeah. Biden said he lowered insulin to $35. Trump said, no, he was the one who lowered it. No, no, you didn't. But I actually heard that before, probably about a couple weeks ago. Or yeah, he said that no, he was the one who did that. Biden just took credit. Like anything else. It's a lie. Yeah. And yeah, it wasn't an outright win for Biden, but I am willing to cut him slack on that. I'm not willing to cut Trump any slack because he doesn't deserve it. Yes, peace, mom. I know I am, but what are you? Totally, totally. And Anya, I saw a T-shirt that really, really got me, and it said, "I must admit, I am a little annoyed when a liar's pants don't actually catch fire." So, yeah, that works for me. Um, okay. Oops. Yes. How's it gonna go for the sentencing? Um, well, let's start off with the lovers. Um, this is about doubt, temptation, so on. I think that um, it's going to depend on the relationships and everything else that go around along with it. But here's my thinking. Well, let me pull a couple cards. Four of Pentacles. This is holding on to what you have. Um, this is being possessive, mean, stingy, all that kind of stuff. And Six of Cups, the nostalgia, looking back, wanting things to kind of be the way that they were in the past. It's it's longing to return to nostalgia. And then the Three of Wands. This is kind of waiting for all the things that you have set out, waiting for them to come in. Right, this is your ship is coming in. So I'm thinking that what is probably going to happen is, because he is a um, first time convict, first time offender, or whatever, and because of his age, I don't think that Judge Marchand is going to send him to jail for that. I think there's probably going to be a hefty financial fine, and you know, uh, maybe even a little bit of well, house arrest, but not really house arrest. Where they're just going to monitor him. I think, however, that Judge Marchand put off the last three um, times that Trump violated the gag order. Marchand didn't rule on them, but he said that he will. Yeah, he'll have an opinion on that, and he'll make a ruling on that after the sentencing. So I think that is where Marchand is going to come in, and even if it's just for a little while, I think that he probably will toss him in jail. 5 days, 10 days, whatever. Hello, David from Tarot by the Bay. I was wondering what you were up to. And so, yeah, that's David, you got time? You want to come join me? I'll send you the link. Absolutely. Hear your thoughts on what happened with um yeah, I know. Yeah, I said it wasn't Biden's finest moment. Oh, okay, David's going to join me. Hold on, you guys. Well, I send the invite to David, and then we can get him in on the discussion. Okay. Come on. Oh, don't like it when that happens. Copy. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I do this. Okay. Just sent it to you, David. Yay! So, oh my gosh. Sherry's son got really sick. She had to rush him to hospital. Oh my goodness. Oh, Linda, thank you for sharing that. I had no idea. Oh, look. Goodness. Hello, David.
Hello. Sorry about Sherry's son. I just saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Hopefully nothing serious. And oh my. Oh my. Yeah. Okie dokie. So what
So I'm sharing this stream over to my audience and to the Twin Tarot audience. So we'll get those folks in here.
perfect.
So
Perfect.
what did I miss?
What you miss? Well,
So quick thoughts. First off, Biden sounded like he was sick. When he
yes,
first came out, he was trying to stifle coughs. His voice sounded weak and feeble. And his stutter was more pronounced now than it has been in the past. And I'm assuming that's just probably age related. I'm assuming between nervousness and some age related deterioration, we're seeing more of that from him. And Trump did for the folks that saw it. I don't know if you're subscribed to Susan Lin. She had put out a video earlier today, pretty much nailing what happened. She said, "No, Biden is going to." She said Biden will wipe the floor with him, which I don't know if I would agree with that necessarily, but from a pure debate point of view, we absolutely did because Biden actually answered the questions.
Yes,
but she said that Trump was just going to lie and be loud and confident with his stuff. And when he doesn't want to answer a question, he'll go back to his lies, and he's going to talk about the border and inflation and Hunter Biden. Just the normal things that he's going to do. Now, probably about half an hour in, Biden started getting pissed off, and it started with the women's abortion rights. He started getting some strength, and you could hear his voice was kind of croaky because he wasn't feeling well, but he could challenge that. But I was writing notes here. At the point Trump did not, and he said, I came into the election because of Charlottesville. When I saw what happened in Charlottesville, I realized I needed to throw my hat in the ring to get this guy out of office. And Trump said, Charlottesville never happened. It was a lie. And the look on Biden's face, he was slack-jawed. A lot of times Biden was looked like he was mouth breathing, like a guppy. But the minute he said that, you could see his demeanor change, and Biden started getting angrier. And when he was angry, his energy went up, and he started becoming more forceful. Biden was asked, how are you going to pay for Social Security? He goes, we're going to make the wealthy pay their fair share. Boom, done. Powerful statement. Like, is there anything else? And he's like, oh, yeah, and there are a couple other things. But he had a forceful message, and he said it, and he answered it. Trump says that Biden lies about everything. Well, there's projection. And Trump also said, historians say that Trump was the best president ever and Biden wasn't. And Biden he's like, you're delusional. Nobody's ever said that. But Biden needs to hit him more like that. Biden then started throwing shade. He said at one point, so your doctor says you're 6'5" and 220 pounds. And that's what you tell people. Trump's, I never say that. It's like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
And then he's just look at him. And then Trump was saying that Nancy Pelosi was offered 10,000 troops and that her daughter made a film, and Nancy Pelosi admitted to it today that the insurrection was all her fault. I haven't even looked that up, but I know that categorically that's a lie, but Biden didn't push back on it. Call out the lie. And then Biden, a couple of times, Biden called Trump a whiner. Yes. And he needs to do that. He needs to just hammer the guy. Shit, man. If Biden just starts lying, he should start lying. No, do the same thing Trump does. When Trump was saying, the head of the UN said Trump was the best president ever. If I were Biden, I would have fired back. I talked with that guy last week. He actually said you were the shittiest president ever. Yeah. You don't believe me? Go talk to him.
Yeah.
It's like, and I would have said, and there were a couple other guys in the room. We were all laughing. They were laughing about how feeble you were, and then
Yes.
probably would have made some comment about his incontinence.
Yes,
Just
that's right. Yeah, I talked to the guy. He couldn't quite remember who you were until I said you're the guy that wears diapers, and then he went, "Oh shit, him."
that
Yeah,
guy, yeah. You know,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
and I get it. Biden treats the office with respect, but the thing is, you're this isn't a gentleman's boxing match. This is a mudslinging pig wrestling match. And if
Yes,
you want to win a mudslinging pig wrestling match, you got to get in the mud pit with the pigs. You're gonna
yes,
get dirty. You might as well just pull the gloves off and go at it, because otherwise Trump is just going to make stuff up, and people are, the Trumpers, they didn't change their mind.
no,
Biden supporters are disappointed, but are still going to vote for Biden.
yes,
Um, Women, young people, and independents. Linda G just put something up there on the community page saying that exit polling with the independents isn't showing any movement of their votes one way or
yes,
another. And I think it's kind of it's after this debate, it's going to be crap. I don't want to vote for that old guy. He's sounding feeble, but do I want Trump again? It's like they're voting against Trump as opposed to voting for Biden.
yes,
And I'm
and
angry. I am angry about this. He was poorly prepared, and I don't mean poorly prepared as in he didn't know his facts. I mean poorly prepared in they should have known what was going to happen, and he wasn't ready for it, and he
yeah,
came across terrible.
yeah. I think that there was a lot of things that in a lot of ways that maybe he should have fought back. But what I'd said earlier was that you know this debate was a moment in time.
Yeah,
What uh, what Biden and what his administration have done counts for a lot more than just this moment in time. Um, I think that over the next little while, over the next few weeks, as we get more and more, I mean, there'll be sound bites. They'll be playing this over and over and over again. Um, and there'll be an opportunity to fact check some of the stuff that Trump said. And yeah, it will be okay. And then this is a lie. Oh, yeah. And then this is a lie. And this is a lie. So, you know, the Biden isn't in the White House. He's not making snap decisions. It's not like someone is coming up to him and saying, yeah, we need an answer on such and such right now. Hurry up. What are you going to tell me? He
yeah,
has
he
people
collaborates.
around him, right?
He
He
collaborates,
collaborates.
listens to
He
people's
listens.
ideas, and then goes with the best idea that using his
Exactly.
experience. I did talk with my
Exactly.
brother like 15, 20 minutes after the debate. I recorded my video for this, which will go up tonight. Um, and Gary and I are on the same page with this one.
Yeah.
And Gary's suggestion was, and he gave the CNN moderators a D. He said
Oh,
basically the minute Trump
yes.
didn't answer the question, 5 to 10 seconds in, if he's not answering the question, mute his mic, repeat the question, and then tell him he needs to answer the question, or you can mute his mic again. But they didn't do that. So when Trump didn't want to answer a question, he attacked the border, he attacked inflation. He said Joe Biden was the worst president ever, and just does what Trump does: repeat his mantras until everybody believes it.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did. And I do agree with you that and I said earlier, I'm really, really disappointed in CNN in that they did not call Trump on the BS, Trump on the
Yeah,
things that he was lying about and saying and so on. I would have jumped on him on what was it, Charlottesville. Oh, do tell.
yeah,
What give us more information on how you saw that. You said that there was good people on both sides. What were you referring to if it wasn't to that? So yeah, I'm very, very disappointed in um, in CNN and the job that they did. But I think ultimately, yeah, I don't know that this is going to hurt Biden that much.
It did him no favors
Well,
with the young
exactly.
people and the independents. He did himself no favors in the debate with this. I shared this with my page. I'm starting to see a lot of folks jumping in here. For the folks that have jumped in the last 5-10 minutes, you missed my rant. Sorry. But long and short of it, yeah, started off. Biden absolutely sounded like he had a cold or was recovering from a cold.
Yes.
Definitely sounded like he had a sore throat. He couldn't project his voice. He was trying to stifle coughs, that sort of thing. And, you know, at the end of my video, I was just grumping at Spirit. It's like, what did we do wrong that we had to have this? Why couldn't we have a Biden that was confident? It's like, are you just afraid that we weren't going to vote for Biden, so you have to just add drama to it? Do we really have to add a half twist into this triple
Yes.
somersault? I mean, degrees of difficulty. I don't think we're getting graded on degrees of difficulty here. And if
Yeah.
we are, I'm out. F you. You know what? It's hard enough to do this without you throwing curveballs at it and making it even harder.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
if I
It
come back
was.
to this damn world again. F
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Do it yourself next time. You want it so bad, you do it.
Yes.
Jerks.
Yes. Absolutely. And yeah.
Like,
See.
it's moments like this that I really regret any spiritual decision I made on the other side. And I really want to look around and blame the people around me. It's like, I think I was perfectly happy up there, and y'all convinced me to come down, that I was going to help, and I got suckered into it. F you. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it's probably just me being scared because it's like,
Yeah.
because I know
Yeah.
what's on stake. We all know. We know what's at stake here. This is really obvious what's at stake. And how
Yes.
could Biden's team, yeah, that part really, go hire Susan Lin. I'm sure she won't charge you a fortune, or maybe
Yeah.
she should.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what you say. This is what you do. And I mean, I get it. This is a it wasn't his finest moment. Um, I think that a lot of people will recognize that yes, he was not feeling well. He was recovering from something.
Yeah.
So give him give him a little bit of leeway for that, and know that this is a man that truly loves his country. He has been in service for a very long time. He is doing the best that he can with what he has. And there was a couple of times when I was watching some of the replay, that I thought, when Trump was talking about, oh my gosh, what was it? The journalist that is on trial in Russia. Yeah, right after I'm elected. Yeah, we're going to have him back. And yeah, we're not going to pay $6 billion because Biden, the last time he paid whatever, it was like, if you wanted to win the hearts and minds of the American people and you have the power to do that, you should have done it. Right? You should have done it. And then to say that, I have the biggest heart on this stage. Really?
Yeah.
Really? What have you given up? What have you done? So, yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And the other one that Biden actually scored real points is when he kept hitting him with the losers and suckers. And when Trump denied it, he said, John Kelly, your 4-star general, said it. Well, I fired him. It's like, oh, you fired the guy? So you admit that you said it because that's why you fired him.
Yes.
No, I fired him because he was a loser. It's just like, but that was a moment where Biden did the right thing. He stated the source and said it was a 4-star general. Your chief of staff was there and said you said it.
Yeah. And yeah. And I think that, yeah, he
And I
followed
would,
up. Yeah, my son wasn't a loser or whatever, but you
yeah.
are.
And my son, and I would have hit him with, and my son didn't have bone spurs.
Yes. Yeah.
Magically disappearing bone spurs. And I would have called him a coward at that point.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
All these people went to Vietnam and you claimed you had bone spurs. You lied about that, you coward.
Yes.
And yeah, see, that's put me in, coach. I'll
Put
take
me.
this guy down.
I know.
God.
I know. It's frustrating because, yeah,
Yeah. You think?
yeah, we're all behind him. Like, come on, Joe. Here, read this one. Yeah, to get him over the finish line. But you know what? Historically, incumbents don't do well on the first debate. So, okay, there is that. There's a lot of things that are going with it. But yeah, it's frustrating in a lot of ways because, yeah, we do realize what's at stake. And I'd said earlier, you know what? Yeah, if the Republicans get in, this will be the last opportunity you will ever have to vote on anything. Because where are you going to go? Who are you going to appeal to? Who are you going to say this is unfair? Yeah, it's not going to work out well. So absolutely, have to take control. So, all righty.
I hope while you have Trudeau in there, actually, probably if Trudeau doesn't get reelected, and your Pierre the populist gets in there, I really do hope you guys do build a wall to keep the Americans out. And I would build the United States for it too.
Yes. Yeah.
Should have done that in 2016. Think of all the jobs and infrastructure you'd be creating too.
Yes. Yeah, totally. That, yeah, we do have our own issues. There was by-election that just happened a couple days ago in a very, very liberal.
You mean the St. Paul Toronto election? Yeah.
That, I mean, it was as liberal as you can get, and it went to a conservative, and that is that should be that canary in the.
Yeah, it's alarming. It's alarming when something like that happens. And
yes,
I like Justin Trudeau, but honestly, folks that are suggesting he should step down, he should step down at this point. Not because he can't lead, but in some ways, step down to preserve what you've got left of your legacy. Let somebody else with fresher ideas get in there and see if you can salvage this thing, because it just sounds like the folks in Canada, they like him well enough, but they're tired of this meal and they want something different.
Yes.
They want something maybe spicier. Well, fine. Let them have. I really don't want Canada to go down the same road that the United States went down. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But, sometimes you have to piss on the electric fence to remind yourself why you don't piss on the electric fence.
Yes.
And that's what it feels like. And whenever I do a Justin Trudeau reading, good Lord, the comments that come out there. People have such vitriol for that young man.
Yes, they do.
And I haven't seen anything that he's done. Granted, I'm an American who does not see Canadian politics as much. I don't understand the vitriol. He seems to be a fairly well-balanced, empathetic leader. I could be wrong on that. But my friends that I'm visiting, neither one of them like him. One's a blue-collar worker, and the other one's more in business, and they feel like, who's that... the mayor of Toronto who died of drug overdoses, or his brother died of drug overdoses.
I know who you mean.
They're Doug Ford.
Doug Ford, yes.
Yeah. Yes. They love Doug Ford. Thought he was the greatest guy ever. He's like, oh, somebody had a crack problem. Who cares? Dude, I care. I have a real big problem. I mean, talk to Mayor Marion Barry from Washington D.C. about his crack problem. I guess apparently
Yeah,
that's not a big thing anymore.
yeah, yeah. And there's, I think, a lot of people are against Justin Trudeau simply because he was Pierre Elliott Trudeau's son. That was, for a lot of people, that was just the, you know, the mark of the beast, right?
Yeah.
And so there, anything that he did or has done, it's always viewed in the light of, yeah, but your father, right? Which is it unfair to him, really unfair. And I know I've had discussions with people that when we had the um, that the medical incident that happened a couple years ago, um, there was our economy was looking like it was going to start to suffer.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people who had lost their jobs because of it and so on. What he did was anyone who lost their job as a result, rather than get unemployment insurance or employment insurance, it was a standard, I think it was like $2,500 a month. You apply for it, you get it. Boom,
Yeah.
that's it. It kept the economy going.
Yeah.
Right? It kept us afloat. And a lot of people were talking afterwards, particularly about the fact that, well, yeah, now we have this deficit and now this and now that. And my standard question was, okay, so when you could that CERB check, when it showed up, you
Did
returned
you
it,
return
right?
it, right?
Yeah. Like clearly you're a person of principles and morals. You said no, thank you.
Right.
And
And what he did was the right thing. And yeah,
yeah,
you're going to go into debt for it, but that's one of those instances where it's better to go in debt and save your economy than try and not spend the money and get your economy decimated, because that's going to take longer to bounce back from. This time, you just have to tighten your belt a bit
yes,
and maybe raise taxes to pay it back. But once you've got it paid back, then,
yeah,
or you just go back again, you just go to a non-deficit spending model. Inflation's going to knock down that debt to something really manageable, to the point where you can just pay it off and you won't even think twice about it. And right now we're seeing high inflation, so that would be uh,
exactly.
your best bet with it.
Yeah, exactly. There's things that that have happened with his government that are kind of, you raise an eyebrow and you go, really, like,
Yeah.
um, but it's not like one side is better than the other, because the conservatives, when they were in power, oh my goodness, we had inflation, we had rising prices, we had a whole bunch of very unpleasant things. Um, and one of our prime ministers basically um, sold our water to the U.S. And so and that was um,
Water's the new gold,
Harper.
man.
Yeah, yeah, Harper. Um, oh, was it? No, it wasn't Harper. It was the one before, Mulrooney. That's what it was. Yes, Mulrooney. Um, and it was, people voted against it. He had a referendum on it, and people voted against it, and he still went ahead and did it anyway. So, do we have our fair share of nasty people up here? Yeah, we do. We do. But ours aren't always as vocal as the US is. But so um I think that this is going to work out better, for Biden in the long run. Um, But
And I could get worse.
I feel your frustration. I really do.
I,
Okay. Do we want to throw cards on how Biden is doing? We've had a few people who have said, "Are you going to
I
throw
did.
cards?"
You know what? I had my analysis. I might do another video because one of the things I didn't cover in my video was all of Trump's lies and how people reacted to it. I just asked how independents and women voters
Yeah.
react to it. Hang on, let me get my stuff.
All right. Yes, Sheila. Olivier is very much. Yeah. Yes.
Go to the crystal cabinet.
Woo!
Dropping my pre-night. The healer needs his healing stone.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Um, um, oh, he
This
is.
reading is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Do not
He,
try this at home. We are trained professionals.
yes, absolutely.
Chris,
And,
I wouldn't be worried. I'd be angry.
yeah.
Literally, if you get one of those text messages saying send $50 to Biden, send him a nasty gram back. So I'll give you $50 with Biden when you put a hot poker up his butt and get that guy getting angry and attacking. Stop being passive. This is exactly my brother's complaint with Democrats. Pearl clutching. Oh, the sky is falling. We don't know what to do. Get angry. Avenatti had the right idea. When they go low, punch harder.
Yes.
Don't go high. Get down, punch them harder. Because when you punch them hard, you know what they do? They whine like little grots.
Yes.
You hit me. Hit them again until they stop crying, until they run away.
Right.
They don't know what to do with that. They always project themselves as the strong men, but they're just wimps. They don't know what to do with resistance like that. Grumble, grumble, grumble. What was I reading on again?
I know.
How Trump felt he did, or
how's Biden doing right now?
oh, how's Biden doing? Okay,
How's Biden doing?
it's the energy around Biden post confusion. Waters are muddied. He knows he did shitty. He absolutely knows he did a shitty job with this. And what the hell? This is like what the hell happened? And you know what? Biden he curses like a sailor. Apparently, he and Melania probably have curse offs. He is probably ripping people new ones right now if he's got the energy to do it because he's not feeling well. Queen of Pentacles. His health was not good. He was having health problems. That's obvious. But they dropped the ball on this one, and basically they got what they deserved for what they were going into, or maybe they know what they're going into. They got what they deserved on this one. This wasn't, and maybe they think it wasn't a fair fight because it wasn't. You had one guy treating this debate like a normal debate, and you had another guy that was lying and cheating and saying everything, and there was nobody holding him to account. So if nobody's going to hold him to account, you have to do it yourself. In the past, we have the high priestess. Lesson learned. You thought he learned the lesson the first time, which is why they muted microphones and stuff like that. Trump brought out a new tactic. Current situation, 10 of Pentacles. They're going to look at Biden's health, and there's going to be questions on Biden's health because he did not come across strong. It's going to impact fundraising. If he wants to be victorious, he's going to have to make changes. He's going to have to do something different. He can't do that same thing. So the lesson we learned, do something different, a new start. You can't do the old ways of doing things. The old ways don't work. Do something different. Come up with new ideas, a new way of doing it. You can't use the old methods. The old methods don't work. Use the new ones. I think they're going to have to come up with new ideas on this one. I forget when. I don't know when the next debate is, but they better get their act together.
Yes, and the watching CNN, the post-debate comments, one of the things that pretty much everyone mentioned was, oh my God, Biden's team knows what a disaster this was, and they are going to have to think about a plan B because clearly, Biden isn't fit to be the nominee. And what are they going to do at this late stage and so
Yeah.
on? Well,
Did I mention that one of the CNN guys was saying they're saying, well, they're going to need to have Biden step down and bring somebody else in. That's not happening.
no.
That is not in basically the end of June of 2024 with 4 months ago. That's not
Yes.
happening. And if big
Yes.
Democratic donors want that, well, tough luck.
Yes.
This is who you've got. Do you want an autocracy or not? That's where your vote's going to be. You don't really have a choice here.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
Biden and his team, for their part, they need to do better.
Yes,
They
they
need
do.
to do different.
Yeah. Yes, they do. I think that we'll see him in the next debate, if there is a next debate. I don't know that there will be. I think that Trump is probably going to say, oh, no, okay, I think maybe I did better on this one than I thought I would. I'm not taking the chance on doing it again.
Yeah, that's very possible. Or he
Yeah.
might say, but he's a malignant narcissist, so he might also say, I wiped the floor with them this time, I'll do it again. I'll just do the same thing because it's free advertising. I've got 100 million people watching this, hearing my message. I'm going to do. I would say he'll do it again. Biden did nothing to make Trump not want to go to a second debate.
No.
If the roles were reversed and Biden had as strong a performance with the audience that I think Trump did, Trump would not want a second debate.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I know. Martha says, or who was it? Who was it that said many readers got this one? Oh, Michelle. Yeah, many tarot readers I watch called this one wrong. Some got it right. Hey, wrong here. I was I was pretty sure that Trump was going to leave. That the first question that he got that he didn't want to answer was going to be, I don't need this. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for the audience. I'm putting Kamala in a timeout for right now. Is this somebody was basically noting a troll alert? Is Kamala the person that you were saying is trolling? If not, Kamala is only on a brief timeout. And it's only because I can't make sense out of what they're posting. It's basically saying Ultra MAGA.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Danielle, I know that I have moderators on my channel. I don't know if David has moderators on his channel.
I do, but I don't think anybody's on here right now.
Ah, okay.
But if somebody in all caps would say, would that was Kamala the one that was trolling?
Mega. Yeah. Okay. Kamala is mega. So yeah, get rid of Kamala. There you go.
I only briefly put her in a timeout, or him in a timeout. I'm assuming it's a him because they just put Kamala's name in there. And lovely, they came in through my channel. How lovely.
Yeah. Okay. How is Biden doing? Yeah, he realizes and he knows that the Five of Cups. He knows that this was not his best performance. He knows that he's going to be judged on it. And he does feel in a way like this was like the opportunity was stolen from him. It wasn't really stolen as much as maybe he just kind of gave it away. I'm still willing to kind of say, well, okay, he's, when it's hard to be on your best game when you're not feeling good.
Yeah.
I totally get that. And if it was, any other time, I think that he probably would have reacted differently. But this this one got him. Although I also get the world in that this is it's done, it's completed, and oh, wait a minute, We have a comment here. Misha Casil, did you see the huge bump under Trump's side?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, wasn't even looking for it. Might have to go back. Oh, maybe Melania said no, I'm not going to be there, and then smacked him. Yeah, I think, like I said, this is they are going to look to different alternatives. They are going to do something different. It's oh, and Gavin Newsom is calling for Biden to step down. No, you don't change horses in midstream. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So yeah, a little disappointing. Would you? Oh my goodness. Okay, we have got 1,206 people here right now. I did not 12:15. Okay, this is a really good time for me to tell all you guys that are here from David's channel to please go over to my channel and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm as much fun as he is.
And sometimes more.
I have a cat too. Okay. I also have a dog. So, but yeah, I think I'm like 130 away from 3,000, which I know doesn't sound like an awful lot, but yeah. So if you could do that for me, that would be great.
News headlines: Gavin Newsom at debate. On Fox News, Governor Gavin Newsom at presidential debate, quote, "I would never turn my back on President Biden," unquote. USA Today, Biden supported by Democratic leaders. Newsom married Trump at debate. Pundits suggest Biden drop out after shaky debate, but Gavin Newsom dismisses running. So he didn't say it. Sorry.
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's I am sure that the people over at Fox are, oh my God,
They're having a field day for sure.
They're orgasmic at this moment. Yeah, they're going to make a lot out of this. So, yeah. Anyway, it's at the end of the day, you know what? Biden is, in a lot of ways, he is the hero kind of this story, but it's like, you know, he's battle weary. We got to cut him a little bit of slack. So, and I still see him winning. That hasn't changed at all. Yeah. And oh, thanks, Dan. What is this? Okay. All right. So yeah, I had earlier on. I had Book Bewitch asked when we were doing the Golden Girls if you and Gary and I were going to do kind of an after debate show, and I said no, I don't think so. I didn't, and yet here we are.
Here we are.
This was meant to be. It's.
I would have sent the invite to Gary, but again, Gary gets up about 4:30 in the morning, and he's usually in bed before 9 o'clock at night because he's done. He's toast at that point. So
that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. We can tell him all about it, and I'm sure he's just as frustrated. But you know, that's that one of the things that I hope that the Democrats will take away from all this is take a page from the Republicans' playbook. Okay, get a little tough. Say the quiet parts out loud. Don't worry so much about politeness and trying to appeal to everyone. Sometimes like you say, you got to piss in the electric fence.
Yep.
So, yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys, thank you for being here. I had thought that I might end up being here by myself, but yeah, me and all my friends, and I'm so glad that you popped in, David, and you could, come on. That is fantastic. I can't wait for your video later on.
I might actually have it go live instead of at midnight. I might have it go live a couple hours early, and I'll just do another follow up on, because I
Oh,
didn't
that
ask
would be
questions
great.
about how did Trump saying that Charlottesville didn't happen. What's going to happen with something along those lines?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, as much as you want to deny about January 6th and everything along those lines, to flat out say that didn't happen is delusional. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how a Trumper could say that it didn't happen. You know, it,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
curious about that.
Exactly. Totally. And I just very quickly, where are we here? I just just want to show this. Hello, Marina. What a lovely name. Yes. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing us to vent.
Yeah,
Vent.
we all needed to.
Yes. And oh, somebody wants me to post my YouTube channel. It I'm just going to give you the back end of it. I mean, it's YouTube like everyone else. And it ends in a heart centered tarot. There you go. Yeah. So, well, tomorrow is a new day. We still have the 11th to look forward to. I think that he might end up doing a little prison time. Not on the mishandling funds or the financial end of things, but um, for the gag order, define the gag order. So we'll see what happens there. And yes, Supreme Court decisions coming tomorrow. That will be interesting. Yeah. All righty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, David, for
Yep.
hopping up with me. And
Thank
just,
you, and thank you for everyone for showing up. Do appreciate it.
yes, absolutely. Do enjoy having you on here, and just breathe. Just breathe. That's all any of us can do. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.